Hello, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. So, no, whole night I was not inside toilet. So, but I have to come to toilet. This is the biological need. Toilet, you can use it for your biological need. You can use it for your intellectual need. You can use it for your social need. And you can use for meditation. Also, if you are in frustration, you can close the eyes and sit for a long time. You can tell your family members that you had a problem. Anybody for that matter, if you want to stay for a longer time, it is only the bathroom and washroom, the wisdom. The wisdom. Nobody can take you out from bathroom, your washroom. It had happened many times inside Sulabh Sauchalaya. Sulabh Sauchalaya anywhere. If you go to Delhi, give 2 to 3 rupees, go inside toilet, sit for a longer time. Even if somebody from outside also doing khatkatao, no problem, no problem. If your skin is little thick, you can sit more longer time. No problem, no problem, no problem. Jai ho, Sulabh Sauchalaya. The concept of Sulabh Sauchalaya. Ah. So I have closed my room. My kittens are outside. They are doing all meow, meow, meow. But I don't care. You do meow, meow, meow. But I have already given you food. मैंने खाना दिया, खाओ, सो जाओ. It's my time now. बिल्ली भाई, बिल्ली भाई, बिल्ली भाई, मैं बहुत खाना दिए है. चिल्लाओ मत, चिल्लाओ मत, चिल्लाओ मत. Friends, today I'm going to recite my own poetry. I told you that I'm not a poet, but I used to write poetry. कैसा है? The statement कैसा है? I told that I used to write poetry when I was 16 years old, when I was 17 years old, I was 18 years old, I was 19 years old, 20 years, 21, 22, 23, 23 and a half years, 24. How many years? How many years? 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 8 years. See, after that, I have stopped writing poetry. Not even written a single line of poetry. Because my father told me that poetry is not going to give you anything, or else don't keep in two boats. He told me in the university campus when I was MSc student. Well, that time I felt very bad. My father who told me who is no more. But I feel he has done the right thing in telling that don't recite or don't write poetry, or recitation is a different thing. Don't write poetry, because poetry, this cannot give you a profession. It was not like earlier Russia before 1985 or in France that you write poetry society is going to give you a lot of prize or a lot of money, financial support to lead your life. So my father is not very qualified one, but he has realized that if you want to survive in India, you have to be practical, not emotional. You must be a thinking man, and best possible way you should pursue a profession like the way I was pursuing my master degree in the field of life science, especially microbiology and forestry. He was indicating that, well, I have respected my father, I have stopped writing poetry till I was 24 years old. After that, I have not written poetry. After that, I have written only one poetry just before Bengal election, one poetry. That also I am going to recite. So today, I am going to recite the poetry I have written at the age of 18, 19. When I was just completed my 10 plus 2 standard and went to Calcutta, a new city. For me, a new city, a new entry, new life, graduation. I took admission in City College, Kolkata. Big, nice building. If you are familiar with Calcutta, you must be knowing that it is like, in a college street area, you have Maniktola, you have Bongyo Sahitya Parishad. This type, you have Scottish Church College, Hedua, Satyam Bose's house, J.C. Bose's house. You have Raja Bajar Science College and Bose Institute, Saha Institute of Nuclear Physics, Raja Bajar Science College, and then Raja Bajar. In Raja Bajar, if you go, there are so much mutton shop. Aha! Entire gully is mutton. I had so many friends. That mutton includes beef and goat. Sometimes beef and goat used to be mixed together. The building which are close to Raja Bajar Science College. Same Raja Bajar Science College, I used to walk. I used to see a lot of poor people there just sleeping day and night adjacent to the wall. I am talking about in the year 1988, 89, 90, my graduation time. If you just, these poor people, I had told that those people who are sleeping, some of them, like Bose Institute, Science Institute, some of them are MSc in statistics and they have come out from the same Raja Bajar Science College, now sleeping there. They have become poor and they become highly knowledgeable and they are sleeping there. I do not know what is the truth behind this thing, but I was told many times, look here, the people are sitting or sleeping over here adjacent to Bose Institute. They are the product of those institute. Well, I was told that part. Truth? No, we don't like to talk to those people. इस देश का दुर्भाग्य ही है जो हम उसको पूछते नहीं, भाई तुम्हारे पास कौन सा डिग्री है, तुम उसी राजा बाजार साइंस कॉलेज से पास आउट किए है क्या, उसी बोस इंस्टीट्यूट से पास आउट करके इधर भिखारी हो गया क्या, हम पूछते नहीं है. पॉसिबिलिटीज आर देयर। हो सकता है उसमें कुछ सच है, सच नहीं है, बट मेरे पास कुछ प्रूफ नहीं है। बट अभी भी जाओगे, हो सकता है उससे ज्यादा ही आपको मिल जाए। कोई ना कोई रात का अंधेरा में देखो चादर मुड़ के सो रहा है। इस देश में मैंने पहले भी बताया था, स्टीफन हॉकिंस भी पैदा हो जाता था, हम उसको सम्मान नहीं देते थे। हो सकता है किसी को पता ही नहीं चलते थे इस देश में कितना स्टीफन हॉकिंस है कितना वैन गॉग है, कितना बीथोवन है। बट हम लोग किसको देखते हैं? जिसको देखते हैं उसी का मजा लेते हैं। नजर बदलने का टाइम आ चुका है। मैं ये बोला था, स्टीफन हॉकिंस इस देश पे अगर पैदा होता था, ओ ओ ओ कुत्ते का मत मर जाते थे स्टीफन हॉकिंस। और न्यूटन के बाद जो कुर्सी उसको दिया गया था, कुर्सी भी तो छोड़ दीजिए, उसको एक ईंटा भी नहीं मिलता था। ईंटा ईंटा ब्रिक, बैठने के लिए ब्रिक। ये सच बात है फ्रेंड्स। इफ यू गो लिटिल अहेड, हल्का 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 हल्का, राजा वाजा साइंस कॉलेज का अंदर से एक गली है, गली गली का अंदर से चले जाओ, पीछे 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 चले जाओ, आपको आमा स्ट्रीट आ जाएगा। आपको आमा स्ट्रीट आ जाएगा। तो क्या हो गया, बोंगियो साहित्य परिषद, आगे जाओ, सियालदह की तरफ जाओ, राजा बाजार का पहले उस साइड में एक छोटा सा राजा बाजार के उल्टा में अच्छा पार्क है। आहा, वो पार्क कितना सुंदर पार्क है। सुंदर अब नहीं रह गया है। सुंदर कहाँ रह गया है? सामने देखो राजा बाजार साइंस कॉलेज, नॉलेज एंड विजडम, जेसी बोस, सत्यन बोस, बेंगाल साहब, आचार्य प्रफुल्ल चंद्र सुन रहे हो? তোমার বাংলা আমি তোমায় ভালোবাসি, ভালোবাসি, খুব ভালোবাসি। इतना भालोबासा आप लोग प्यार करके गया, कितना प्यार करके गया। कितने सारे रिसर्च किए हैं साहब। पीछे से चले जाओ, सिटी कॉलेज आ गया, आर्य समाज, आगे चले जाओ, चले जाओ, चले जाओ। किधर से जाओगे? ट्राम लाइन पकड़ लो, सिटी कॉलेज के पीछे देखो, इतना बड़ा बिल्डिंग है, वो भी एक इंटेलेक्चुअल हब है। कितने आदमी आया, कितने आदमी गया, कितना हेरिटेज कॉलेज है, सब आया। उसका पीछे चले जाओ, गली पकड़ के और आगे हल्का 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 जाओ, ट्राम लाइन मिल जाएगा। और हेदुआ सनबाजार लाइन, थोड़ा सा आगे देखो विद्यासागर कॉलेज। आहा, कितना टूटी हुई है कॉलेज। एकदम कॉलेज देखोगे तो आपको विद्यासागर का उम्र पता चलेगा। आहा, पता नहीं तो आज रिपेयर नहीं हुआ कि नहीं हुआ, विद्यासागर कॉलेज हॉस्टल में आप जा नहीं सकते थे। मतलब इतना टूटी हुई थी, इतना बिल्डिंग स्ट्रक्चरल इतना डैमेज हुआ था। कितना पुराना बिल्डिंग है। मान के चलो कॉलेज रूम के अंदर में आप बैठे हुए हो, सर से अगर पत्थर भी गिर सकता है, इंसान का जान भी जा सकता है। मेरे को अभी मालूम नहीं है। मैंने ये मैटर 1986, 87, 88 का बात कर रहा हूं। मेरे को अंदर में झांकने का बहुत इच्छा था। इच्छा अभी भी अंदर नहीं, आपका पर्सनल का अंदर में नहीं। ऐसे ही बिल्डिंग का अंदर में देखो कितना टूटी हुई बिल्डिंग है, हमारा बैठे हुए है, पत्थर गिर जाए तो, हम मर जाएगा तो, हमारा कुत्ते का मत हो जाएगा तो क्या होएगा, क्या होएगा, क्या होएगा। मैं विद्यासागर में एडमिशन नहीं लिया, बिल्डिंग देख के इतना डर लग गया था। विद्यासागर से मैं प्यार करता था, मेरे को मेरा गांव वाला था। अभी तुम मेदिनीपुरियन बोलो, लेकिन हम भी मेरा और थोड़ा आगे हल्का हल्का मेरा जो गांव है ना, वो गांव से फिर जाओगे घाटाल 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 घाटाल। आहा, घाटाल बोलता है नहीं, कांठाल का बात नहीं होता है, कांठाल नहीं, कांठाल नहीं, घाटाल। घाटाल से थोड़ा आगे जाओगे विद्यासागर का घर है। अभी भी उसका पैतृक जो पिताजी का सब कुछ उधर है। हमारा घर से थोड़ा आगे, लेकिन 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 उधर बहुत पानी होता है दीदी। दीदी गया, दीदी चप्पल खोल के पानी में उतरे में फोटो खिंचाया। लेकिन विद्यासागर का वीर सिंह ग्राम, वीर सिंह जिसको बोलते हो, वीर सिंह, वीर सिंह, वीर सिंह ग्राम विद्यासागर। हमको क्या बोला जाता है, मेदिनीपुरियन। हम लोग कलकत्ता में जब जाते हैं ना, हम लोग को सब मेदिनीपुरियन बोलता है, मेदिनीपुरियन। टुम्पा टुम्पा बोलता है, टुम्पा शॉर्ट फॉर्म में टुम्पा बोलता है, टुम्पा। सीरियसली आई रिक्वेस्ट ऑल द बंगाल पीपल टू अंडरस्टैंड अबाउट मेदिनीपुर। अभी तो मेदिनीपुर भाग हो गया, पूर्व मेदिनीपुर, पश्चिम मेदिनीपुर। अरे बाप रे बाप, टुकड़ा भी कर दिया। अरे हम तो चाहते क्यों टुकड़ा कर दिया, बंगाल को ले लो, एक राष्ट्र बना लो, राष्ट्र, राष्ट्र कर लो, राष्ट्र सेपरेट। इट हैज गॉट द ऑल द क्वालिटीज टू बिकम ए मिनी राष्ट्र। नहीं, आप धर्मनिरपेक्ष राष्ट्र बनाओगे और कोई दूसरा झंडा उठेगा और डिसाइड कर लो। अच्छा लगा दीदी जब गया था घाटाल में बरसात के टाइम में, विद्यासागर का वीर सिंह ग्राम में जब गए थे। When she went to Birsinga, probably she has not gone to Birsinga, little ahead, हल्का 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 थोड़ा आगे। आप सोचो विद्यासागर कब वीर सिंह ग्राम से चलते 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 चलते, आप सोचो विद्यासागर का पिताजी को हाथ पकड़ के वो जो रोड है ना वीर सिंह ग्राम, अभी क्या सड़क रास्ता है, सीमेंटेड रास्ता हो गया। उस टाइम आज से कितना साल पहले, कितना साल पहले कैसे बताओ। 1901 साल में स्वामी विवेकानंद टपक गया, मर चुका है। आप सोचो 1901 माइनस 39 कर लो, कितना होता है, चलो 40 कर लो, 40। तो इधर से एक छुटकारा दो, उधर से एक जोड़ दो। 1901 3 में 1800 कितना, 40 बात करो, 40 बात करो तो 1861 में मेरे ख्याल से स्वामी विवेकानंद पैदा हुआ है। तो विद्यासागर थोड़ा सा बड़े भाई थे, थोड़ा सा बड़े थे, तो बड़े हो गए तो कितना 8, 10, 15 साल का बड़ा होगा विद्यासागर। 1840 में पैदा होएगा, करीब मान के चलो ऐसे हो सकता है। उस टाइम में बंगाल में क्या सिचुएशन था, विद्यासागर हल्का 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 पिताजी को हाथ पकड़ के कलकत्ता आ रहा है विद्यासागर, हो रहा है हमारा गांव के ऊपर दी जा रहा है। दासपुर आया, दासपुर। उसी जगह में खुदीराम खुदराम बोस आ रहा है। खुदराम खुदराम कब का है? खुदराम 19th सेंचुरी। खुदराम बम मार रहा है। बेटा बम बनाना सीख गया। अरे बाप रे बाप, वो भी ऋषि अरविंद से इन्फ्लुएंस होके बम बनाना सीख लिया। अरे बाप रे, खुदराम बोस मेरा गांव वाला तुमने क्या कर दिए? ऋषि अरविंद को कहां से इन्फ्लुएंस मिला? लेकिन मिल गया इन्फ्लुएंस। He has got influence from ऋषि अरविंदो। ऋषि अरविंदो went to लंदन। आहा फैमिली के साथ लंदन में अच्छी जगह में पढ़ाई किया ऋषि अरविंदो। उधर से अच्छे ऑफिसर बन के आया। बड़ौदा में आ गया। बड़ौदा कलेक्टर व्हाट इज कलेक्टर? ब्रिटिश जमाने में वो बहुत नौकरी कर लिया ऋषि अरविंदो। उसको भी 3rd डिग्री मिला। 3rd डिग्री जैसे जेएनयू का प्रोफेसर हमें 3rd डिग्री दिए थे साइंस का बुलडोजर, लेकिन ऋषि अरविंदो को 3rd डिग्री मिला था। हमारा 3rd डिग्री थोड़ा सा माइल्ड है, चलो वो हम, लेकिन ब्रिटिश लोग अलीपुर जेल में पड़ा हुआ था ऋषि अरविंदो। हमारा मेदिनीपुरियन उससे इन्फ्लुएंस्ड हो गया। ठान लिया था। खुदराम मेरा मेदिनीपुरियन। बाजू में देखो मातंगिनी दीदी भी हल्का मातंगिनी हाजरा भी हल्का लड़ने के लिए तैयार हो गया था। तो मेदिनीपुर को अगर कोई मेदिनीपुरियन बोलेगा, विद्यासागर ने तुमको वर्ण परिचय दिया, तुम्हारा तुम जो बोलती हो चल बेना कासफुल घासफुल डूसफुल सब फूल, ये सब बोल के गया। अब मेदिनीपुरियन को संभाल के उधर मेदिनीपुर चला जाओगे तो और खतरनाक चीज है। खतरनाक विद्यासागर यूनिवर्सिटी मेदिनीपुर सिटी, सब बड़े नेशनलिस्ट लीडर बैठा हुआ था। मैं किसका नाम लूं? मास्टर दा सूर्य सेन, दादा सूर्य सेन, क्या नाम लूं? बड़े खतरनाक चीज बैठा हुआ है, एकदम छोटा बोमा। मेदिनीपुर बड़ा कठिन चीज है। मेदिनीपुर का इतिहास पढ़ लो भाई लोग, आपका खोपड़ी गर्म हो जाएगा, बहुत गर्म हो जाएगा। ठंडा पानी में नहाओगे भी तो आपको शरीर गर्म हो जाएगा। मेदिनीपुर अच्छा डिस्ट्रिक्ट है। मेदिनीपुर उसको बांट दिया है, अच्छा है। मेदिनीपुर भी एक कंट्री बन सकता है। चली जाओ बंगोपसागर, आहा इतना सुंदर सुशील जगह है। झाऊ गाछ, मच्छी झाऊ, आहा समुंदर कितना अच्छा है। इधर घाटा ला जाओ बरसात के टाइम में, आपको बोट चाहिए। घाटल में मैं बचपन में कितना टाइम गया। घाटल का जो रिवर है, आहा कमसावती रिवर, कितना पानी। मेरा 3-4 मेरा पापा का पीसी बोलता है, पीसी नो आज का पीसी नहीं है, हमारा खुद का पीसी। हमारा बड़ा पीसी, सेकंड पीसी, थर्ड पीसी घाटल में रहता है। उसको घर जमीन से कम 20 फीट 25 फीट ऊपर है, मिट्टी भर के ऊपर बनाया, इतना बड़ा। बिकॉज बरसात के टाइम इतना पानी हो जाता है। हमने बचपन में 5th स्टैंडर्ड 6th स्टैंडर्ड 7th स्टैंडर्ड 8th स्टैंडर्ड 9th स्टैंडर्ड 10th स्टैंडर्ड में जाते थे। पीसी का घर पे जाना है जब छुट्टी पड़ जाता है। नहीं, कालीघाट का पीसी नहीं, मैं बोला मेरा पीसी का घर। पीसी फादर्स, माय फादर सिस्टर, मेरा पिताजी का बड़े दीदी, हम उसका घर पे जाते थे। 7 दिन रुकते थे। हम सोचते थे कब एग्जाम खत्म होंगे, जाएंगे हल्का। घाटल से उठ के चल के जाते थे। इधर विद्यासागर स्कूल है, वो भी विद्यासागर स्कूल है, हमारा रिलेटिव टीचर है। आहा आहा, कितना सुंदर, कितना सुंदर। एक नहीं, दो नहीं, तीन तीन टीचर है। आहा आहा, वे अच्छे अच्छे सब्जेक्ट में। नमस्कार नमस्कार नमस्कार। विद्यासागर घाटल में जब पानी होता था, हम बरसात पे जाते थे, हम लोग घाटल ब्रिज के ऊपर खड़ा रहते थे। उससे आगे आप बढ़ ही नहीं सकते हो, इतना पानी है। मैं कब का बात कर रहा हूँ? I am talking about the situation in Ghatal where you have so much flood. When Mamata Banerjee Didi goes and talks about, she removes her chappal and takes a lot of photograph and all. People say that, what a fantastic job, Didi, what a fantastic job. Every year there is flood, you come, you take out your chappal and do this like so much cameraman. What a beautiful photograph. I made my video because I am from this place only. I am this place. I am living here. I am living inside the toilet. That doesn't mean I don't belong to Ghatal. My PC. लड्डू खाया PC का हाथ पे। लड्डू। घाटल में ये जो रिवर है, रिवर से हम मच्छी भी पकड़ा है। कितना टाइम नहा है। आहा आहा, बहुत छोटे थे हम, जिसको ये चीज मालूम हो रहा है, समझ रहे हो? हमने बहुत नहाया है उधर, इतना नहाया है पानी में, 12 घंटा 13 घंटा। सुबह 6 बजे आना है, शाम को टाइम में पानी से उठ के पीसी का घर पे जाना है। पीसी बोलता है, अरे श्यामल आ जाओ, तुम बताओ, खाना खाओ। 5 साढ़े 5 बजे मैं पानी से उठ के जाते हूँ। मैं कितने साल का था आप समझ ही सकते हो। 5th 6th स्टैंडर्ड में मेरा उम्र क्या था, 8-10 साल का बच्चा था। हम दीदी के साथ जाते थे। हम लोग को प्लान होता था, प्लान, किसी का घर जाएंगे, किसी का घर जाएंगे। नहीं, वो किसी नहीं। आजकल भी काली घाट के ऊपर से जाता हो, कभी सोचता हो, अंदर घुसने का सोचता हो। सुकांत भट्टाचार्य का जो एक टिमोरोगेर कहानी है, उसके बारे में सोचता हो। पीसी कभी बुला ले। हम अंदर जाएंगे, पीसी का हाथ पकड़ के पीसी के साथ बहुत बात करेंगे। मेरा पीसी चले गए, घाटल का पीसी आउट नहीं है। मेरा बड़े भाई ने बोला, मेरा थर्ड ब्रदर ने बोला, पीसी लास्ट 2-3 years में डेथ हो गया। My PC, they have died, and I have spent my childhood many times, like whenever I used to get little holiday, I used to go to this place, Ghatal. घाटाल में कांठाल भी मिलता है, कांठाल। आहा, कांठाल मिलता है तो जैकेल मिलता है, इतना अच्छा स्मेल देता है, एकदम देसी जैकेल। हम खाते थे। आज पीसी नहीं है। आज कितने साल हो गया? 1986, 34 years gone. Till there is water. Pani, water is everywhere. So much problem, 34 years. So much planning, 34 years. How many political system come and gone? Aha. I have seen Jyoti Bosu. That time he came in a Ghatal, the big football ground where we used to have football match. Jyoti Bosu was very 34 years means I had gone to attend Jyoti Bosu's lecture. I was very small. Jyoti Bosu, comrade आ गया, कमरेड घाटल में आ रहा है। मैं कितने साल का था? मैं था मुश्किल से, I was just 10 years old I took a bus with somebody I'm not able to recall. I went to Ghatal, sitting inside the crowd because I used to read a lot of newspaper that time. My father used to bring all kind of newspaper, Anand Bazar, Ganashakti, Ganashakti, Anand Bazar and Ganashakti. Hey, Aadhaar, Kaach Kola. I used to laugh at the age of 7th standard. My father used to bring Ganshakti. पढ़ ले बेटा, पढ़ ले Ganshakti. शक्ति बढ़ेगा. शक्ति टॉनिक हम पढ़ लेते थे. बट वही गणशक्ति में मैं यूनिवर्सिटी में जाके when I went to university, when I was writing poetry, I have written so many poetries in Ganshakti. My poetry book was reviewed by Ganshakti. I was very fond of Ganshakti because the circulation is more. Desh Patrika, they never used to publish my poetry. The reason is Desh Patrika. Sunil Gangopadhyay. During college time, I went to Anandabazar Patrika office, met Sunil Gangopadhyay. I have given my first poetry book of my MSc time. Personally went inside his cabin, I have gifted him. Said, the security fellow, that time there is no security because Anandabazar Patrika office, if you go to Park Street area, little ahead towards where you have the cinema hall, like what do you call it in Park Street, I've forgotten all those things. Little ahead you have Anandabazar Patrika office. I don't know whether this office is there or not. That time Joy Goswami was sitting, like they have a small cabin. So I went and given my poetry book. I told that I have written a poetry book I want to give to Sunil Gangopadhyay because he was writing for Desh Patrika. Those people who are understanding Desh Patrika is a kind of a famous branded journal. Whoever is writing for them, it is like, no, you are writing quality poetry. It is like a barometer. Publishing paper in Nature, Scientific American, like no Elsevier. People will recognize your sciences, you are doing really good science. You are a scientist, right? And if you want to be a poet, right, you need to publish something in Desh Patrika, Anandabazar Group, Anandabazar. Sunil Gangopadhyay ko मतलब प्रणाम. Navanita Devshen and Taslima Narsin, all those people they used to write. And they are very chelas and bhakt of Sunil Gangopadhyay. They are mentally, philosophically, all their cocktails. But they are a really good poet. I have nothing against personal. Sunil Gangopadhyay. Who I have to question him? No questioning. Today Sunil Gangopadhyay is not there. Shakti Chattopadhyay is not there. All are died now. So now new breeds have come, they are writing poetry. I don't know what kind of poetry they are writing. That is their personal choice. I have stopped writing poetry, there is no interaction. Sometimes I recite my own poetry, what I like, what I dislike. I usually review my poetry, what I used to write at the age of 16 to 22 because everything got a life, right? If you see this is a life. I have few more poetry books left. Now I want to make it alive again. That is what my idea. I don't like those thought process should not die. That is what the whole idea. Whatever might be reason that it should not die. Any idea, either it is a good idea or bad idea. आँख को दबाओ मत, पानी डालो मत उसमें. घाटल में बहुत पानी है. दीदी फोटो खींचा लिया, अभी तुम करो कुछ प्लानिंग करो. आप मैं नवान्न गया था दीदी, बोर्ड बनाने के लिए बोला था. मैंने बोला था मेरे पास आर्ट टेक्नोलॉजी है, आपको IAS ऑफिसर से मिला दीदी. अभी तो बोर्ड बना दो दीदी, तुम बोर्ड बना दो, घाटल के लिए बोर्ड बना दो. मेरा रिलेटिव देखो अभी PC का नेक्स्ट जनरेशन उधर जी रहा है, कैसे तड़प रहा है लोग. 34 ईयर ज्योति बसु, 30 साल, आपका तो 25 साल मान के चलो, आपने 10 साल आ गया, इसका माइनस में चले जाएगा तो जो थी वो सुखती वो सुख बुद्धदेव दादा था। बुद्धदेव दादा अच्छे थे, मैं अभी भी बोल रहा हूँ अच्छे हैं, लेकिन आप अच्छे हो तो क्या हो गया, आपका चेला चामुंडा, आहा बुद्धदेव दादा इंडिविजुअल कोई बात नहीं, इंडिविजुअल सब अच्छे ही है, दीदी भी बहुत अच्छे है, हम भी जाएंगे तो दीदी मेरे को लिए खाना बना के देंगे, लेकिन जब देश आता है, मैंने इतना तो जरूर समझता हूँ, दीदी का घर के सामने मैं काली घाट में खड़ा हो जाएगा, सिक्योरिटी को बोलेगा भाई आया, भाई 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 मतलब भाईजान नहीं, भाई मतलब दादा नहीं है, अपन भाई आया, हम सिक्योरिटी को पटा के अंदर जा सकता हूँ, दीदी मेरे को खिचड़ी खिलाएंगे, जरूर खिलाएंगे। पर्सनली दीदी के साथ हमारा कोई ऐसा नहीं है, मैं पर्सनली दीदी को मेरा एनिमी नहीं देखता हूँ। हाँ, आइडियोलॉजी का बात होता है वो तो चलता है छोटा मोटा, आइडियोलॉजी देश हम भी पैदा हुआ है, मेरा बाप ने मेरे को भी पैदा किया है, माँ ने मेरे को बड़ा किया है, हम देश से प्यार करता है, बहुत प्यार, वो कोई फिल्मी प्यार नहीं है, आजा सनम पेड़ के नीचे नहीं है, इसको रही में प्यार करता है। मैंने भीषण डॉक्यूमेंट दिए है, 22 घंटा पापा मम्मी मरने के बाद 22 घंटा भीषण डॉक्यूमेंट बंगाल के लिए भी लिखा है, होल इंडिया के लिए लिखा है, इकोनॉमी कैसे चेंज हो सकता है, एजुकेशन रिफॉर्म कैसे हो सकता है, उसके लिए मैंने फिनलैंड गया, फिनलैंड का एजुकेशन सिस्टम पढ़ा है, उसके बारे में मैंने चर्चा की है। फिनलैंड, फिनलैंड टेक्नोलॉजी मिशन में गया था हमने, खुद का पैसा से, किसी का पैसा से नहीं, यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ ईस्टर्न फिनलैंड में गया, मैंने टेक्नोलॉजी देखा, हर एक चीज देखा, एवरीथिंग आई हैव सीन देयर यूनिवर्सिटी, सच ए ब्यूटीफुल यूनिवर्सिटी कैंपस, हेलसिंकी कोपियो यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ ईस्टर्न फिनलैंड कैंपस, ब्यूटीफुल कैंपस, नाइस, एवरीबॉडी इज नाइस। मैंने प्रोफेसर डीन फैकल्टी ऑफ लाइफ साइंस मिला, मेरे को एयरपोर्ट में आना है, कोपियो एयरपोर्ट में आने के लिए आया है, माइनस इतना डिग्री, फिनलैंड का टेम्परेचर बहुत लो जाता है। मैडम आई एयरपोर्ट में, उस टाइम थोड़ा सा हल्का हल्का आइस निकाल रहा था, एक्चुअल विंटर सीजन में -20 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड जाता है, बट दे आर सर्वाइविंग। 22 आवर्स सनलाइट आपको दिन का नजर आएगा, ओनली डार्क हल्का से हल्का ओनली 2 to 3 4 आवर्स आपको अंधेरा नजर में आएगा, आपको नींद खराब हो जाएगा, बहुत नींद खराब हो जाएगा, जैसे आप घर के सामने कोई आवाज आता है आपका नींद खराब हो जाता है, ऐसे भी फिनलैंड में जाओगे पहले कुछ दिन आपको सब कुछ खराब लगेगा, बट सब कुछ सही है। डीन फैकल्टी ऑफ लाइफ साइंस, जिसका नेचर में पब्लिकेशन है, अच्छी पब्लिकेशन है, इतना सिंपल है, वो डीन ऑफ फैकल्टी ऑफ लाइफ साइंस है, लेकिन उसका पति जो है उसके घर पे भी गया, इंट्रोड्यूस करके दिया, उसी यूनिवर्सिटी में एक टेक्नीशियन है, आहा देखो ये लोग हिपोक्रेटिक नहीं, आप समझ सकते हो, एक यूनिवर्सिटी का डीन, होल लाइफ साइंस, लेडी, publication, all good publication, not फालतू publication, all good system, very good system, बट उसका हस्बैंड देखो उसी यूनिवर्सिटी में टेक्निकल असिस्टेंट और टेक्निकल ऑफिसर, whatever, मतलब इट इज मच लोअर देन हर पोजीशन। पति, कितना सुंदर पति है, देखिए आज यही समाज में मान के चलो आपका वाइफ एक यूनिवर्सिटी का वाइस चांसलर है और प्रिंसिपल साइंटिस्ट है, आप उसी इंस्टीट्यूट में एक टेक्निकल असिस्टेंट हो और टेक्निकल ऑफिसर हो, आपको कैसे लगेगा? एक तो ये बंदा सुइसाइड कर देगा, पड़ोसी बोलेगा ये साला, पहले तो बोलेगा तो क्या बोलेगा आप समझ सकते हो, मान के चलो आपका स्कूल का जो हेडमिस्ट्रेस है आप उसी स्कूल में नौकरी करते हो, आप उस स्कूल का पियोन हो, आप मैडम को देखते हो, घर पे पति हो लेकिन देखते हो एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन। आपको बाकी कॉलीग लोग क्या बोलेगा, अरे बे साले, आप बे साले। मैं वो डायलॉग दे रहा हूँ, सुंदर पिचाई का डायलॉग, आप बे साले, तेरा बीवी इतना बड़ा टीचर है, आह आह आह, तू स्कूल का चापरासी है। पड़ोसी वाला बोलेगा, देखो साला इसका बीवी कितना तेज है, अरे साला इसी स्कूल में चापरासी बीवी का पैर साफ करता है। दोस्त, this is India and I am honestly telling, this is the fact of life. In India, if the same situation happens, the person will commit suicide or society will force him to commit suicide. This much I can tell you, this much torture they are going to give. And this is what the hypocrisy is told many times. It is like, if wife has not got any problem, her husband, whether it is subordinate or something like that, it is a personal choice. But society in India is a very critical thing. They will punch you. They will punch you every day. शाम को टाइम में, अरे तेरा बीवी तेरा बीवी तू बहुत पढ़े लिखे है, तू कैसे कैसे पटा लिया, और पटा भी नहीं लिया कैसे कर लिया। ये तो पटाने में ही संभव होती है, अदरवाइज संभव होता नहीं है। होता है होता है होता है। देखिए लाइफ पे हमारा सोसाइटी मायावाद में भरा हुआ है। मान के चलो मेरे साथ एक बच्चे का लड़का और लड़की दोस्ती है, बाजू वाला बोलते हैं और वाइफ, कुछ भी पकड़ के चलो, अगर थोड़ा सा बात कर लेते हो, कुछ कर लेते हो, प्योरिटी। जब लाइफ है, इंसान है, बड़े होते हैं, 50 आदमी से बात करते हैं, अच्छे बुरे सब कुछ रहता है, लेकिन समाज अच्छा, उसके साथ ज्यादा, वो कलीग के साथ एक कलीग का ज्यादा अच्छा। आप इंडिविजुअल होना चाहते हो, बीच के अंदर में घुस जाते हो, पॉलिटिक्स करते हो, दोस्ती को ब्रेक करना चाहते हो, ऐसे बहुत होता है। आपने देखा है ऑफिस कॉलीग, प्रिंसिपल, साइंटिस्ट, डायरेक्टर, अच्छा उसके साथ उसका जमता है, चलो हम मन मन में टॉयलेट में बैठ के गेम प्लान करते हैं, ये सब बड़े बड़े चीज करते रहता है। ये सब चीज हमने जब बिजनेस मैनेजर था देखा है, एक दो ग्रुप कैसे लड़ते हैं, आईसीआर का साइंटिस्ट मैंने देखा है। मैंने ऐसा तो मेरा घर के सामने जो डॉग्स रहता है मैंने देखा है, आ आ आ ऐसे लड़ाई देखी है। मेरे पास वीडियो भी है, दो प्रिंसिपल साइंटिस्ट, दो ग्रुप में लड़ाई हो रहा है डायरेक्टर पोजीशन के लिए। मैंने बहुत सारे चीज किया, फोटोग्राफ भी लिया है, बिकॉज मैंने इतना क्लोज था सबसे, तो हमसे सबसे दोस्ती हो जाता है। हम ऐसे ही जंगल से उठ के आया, मेदिनीपुर आया है, कितने सारे प्रिंसिपल साइंटिस्ट है, आमने सामने बैठ के, अरे सामोल आप बैठो 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 बैठो। साइंस का नहीं बात करना है, ऐसे बात करना, सर कैसे हो, कैसे है भाभी जी, कैसा है। अब भाभी जी को जानता भी नहीं हो, बोलो भाभी जी कैसा है, बोलेगा आपको अच्छा बुरा क्या बोलेगा। आप सोच लो, अगर आप किसी का केबिन पे जाते हो, प्रिंसिपल साइंटिस्ट हो जाए, डायरेक्टर हो जाए, आप उसको जानते हो बाई शक्ल, थोड़ा टाइम के लिए आप बोल लो, सर आपका बच्चा ठीक है ना। आप जानते भी नहीं उसको बच्चा है कि नहीं, यू डोंट नो एनीथिंग। You understand there is a director, he has reached up to 56, 7 years. You imagine he will be married, right? And he will have a wife. The wife काम वाली तो नहीं होएगा थोड़ा अच्छा फैमिली से बिलोंग करेगी, बिकॉज आपने जब साइंटिस्ट हिसाब से ज्वाइन किया, आप सोचोगे 25, 28, 30 साल में आपने साइंटिस्ट हो गया, तो आप काम वाली, इतना बेवकूफ नहीं हो तो काम वाली को नहीं शादी करोगे, ये तो फैक्ट है। काम वाली के साथ हो सकता है, क्यों नहीं हो सकता है, हो सकता है, लेकिन मैंने काम वाली टाइप का बात कर रहा हूँ। आपको अच्छे फैमिली, आप सोचोगे ग्रेजुएट होएगा वो, जिसके साथ शादी होएगा, भाभी जी कैसे होएगा, इतना तो समझ सकते हो। भाभी जी का वर्णन हम करते हैं, एमएससी और वो भी पीएचडी का पहले एडमिशन लिया है, चलो हल्का 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 कुछ हो रहा है, घर पे बोल रहा है पिताजी बोले शादी कर ले, उस टाइम आपने शायद साइंटिस्ट हो गया। अरेंज मैरिज हुआ तो आपने 10-15 से एक सिलेक्ट तक कर ही लोगे, आपका आँख है देखने का, अच्छा ये ठीक है, अच्छा करता इसका पिताजी माताजी, ठीक है आपने शादी कर ली, हल्का हल्का करके शादी कर लिया बस। अब मैं एज ए बिजनेस मैनेजर जा रहा हूँ, हमारा काम है क्या, आई यूज टू हैव बिजनेस, आई वर्क फॉर ICR system, Indian Council of Agriculture Research, right? That is in New Delhi headquarters, and they have got close to 150, more than that, research institute on different thematic area, different crops that is located across India, even Andaman, cellular jal, आप cellular चले जाओ, वो भी ICR research institute, जो लोग LTC लेके जाता है अंडमान में, वो इंस्टीट्यूट में जाके गेस्ट हाउस में चले जाते हैं, आह सस्ते में सस्ते में सस्ते में 200 रुपया। वे वही ICR सिस्टम देखो, साइंटिस्ट गलत करते हैं उसको अंडमान भेज देता है। मैं एक साइंटिस्ट को जानता हूँ, वो IITian से है, वो करप्शन में पकड़ गया था, उसको नॉर्थ ईस्ट भिजवा दिया, कहाँ चाइना बॉर्डर, एक को भेज दिया किधर, इसको दूसरे को भेज दिया, वो भी IIT का बंदा है, करप्शन में पकड़ गया था, मैं नाम नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, वो भी MP से है। आहा आहा आहा, नाम बताएंगे तो आप हैरान हो जाओगे। मैं जिंदगी में इतना सारी चीज देखे, आई हैव सो मच अंडरस्टैंडिंग, आई एम नॉट नेमिंग, आई एम जस्ट टेलिंग। So when matter went up to DG, and so it is the punishment. Like British used to give torture to the scientists, like whoever scientist is doing a lot of crimes and all, lot of illegal activities. And it was a fact, like I am explaining to you in a 2-dimensional way or 3-dimensional. British used to send them to Andaman. चलो चलो अंडमान चलो, ब्रिटिश लोग भेजता है, सबको भिजवा दिया, कितने को भेजा मैंने अंडमान सेलुलर जेल देखा है, आई हैव सो मच फोटोग्राफ्स एंड पेंटिंग, चाकी पीसिंग पीसिंग पीसिंग, सेलुलर जेल में फांसी भी है, गिलोटिन भी लगी हुई है। ब्रिटिश लोग कितना चलाक चलाक चलाक। So everybody must visit to cellular jail if you want to have the little nationalism, like if you want to be little nationalistic, you want to be emotional, one must visit cellular jail. You will see that real cells over there. How many compartments British had made to torture Indians. We are taking so lightly all those things. We are not encouraging that. I think sometimes government of India should open up with little concession, run some flight, the airport little bit, like number of flights, direct flight from Delhi to Andaman. The statues of Subhash Chandra Bose, inside the light and music sound, they have made something like little, scientifically it can be done little much better way, I can feel that way. Look here, if this India has to be recognized, there are few places probably one can identify, as I have told you, one is in Andaman, cellular jail, second one is Rishi Aurobindo Ashram, and Aravali. Both the places I have visited, but it can blow your mind. Honestly, it can blow your mind. It's not the money, you don't spend much money over there. It's much cheaper. From here to Mumbai to Andaman flight, how much? If you book in advance, this would cost you from here to Chennai to Andaman. Maybe you can finish it by below 10,000 bracket. That is what, if you book in advance. Well, you go holiday to Goa, from Mumbai to Goa, if you book a flight to and fro, it costs you 20,000 rupees. Otherwise, if you want to spend 3,000 rupees, it will take 18 hours to reach Goa. It is better to go by bus. हल्का हल्का हल्का, मतलब आप फ्लाइट पे जाना चाहते हो, आप 24 घंटा से आप मुंबई टू गोवा जाओ, बस पे चले जाओ, 14-15-16 घंटा में पहुंचा देता है मुंबई से। अच्छा ऐसी बात, सुला के लेके जाएंगे, गाना भी लाएंगे। मुझको भी तो लिफ्ट करवा दे, अच्छी वाला एयर सस्पेंशन वाला, एकदम सुपर 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 क्वालिटी। अब 2000 का अंदर में आपको टिकट भी मिल जाएगी। सो के जा सकते हो, गाना शूट के जा सकते हो। कोई अच्छा रोड है, बहुत अच्छा रोड है, आप गोवा पहुंच जाओगे। लेकिन फ्लाइट का बहुत चढ़ा तो आपको आपको बहुत भोगना पड़ेगा। फ्रेंड्स, I talked about this issue about cellular jewel and Aravili. How Rishi Aurobindo, he was coming from United Kingdom that time. He was a learned man. He's like, I told many times, he's like another Swami Vivekananda. We talk about Swami Vivekananda, 1893, Chicago speech, many things he has done it. Absolutely fantastic. But the same, Rishi Aurobindo is official in qualification, is much better than Swami Vivekananda. Much better. His literature, his write-up, even Subhash Chandra, Rishi Aurobindo is, if you take three personalities over here in terms of knowledge, Rishi Aurobindo is much, much ahead. This much I can tell you. We can question, but whatever I have observed, my strong belief is that Rishi Aurobindo is basically in a university. Twice his nomination was sent for Nobel Prize. I don't know which wisdom they have sent it, but he has not got the Nobel Prize. Friends, I am not doing politics over here. I don't like to do politics over here and bringing present-day economist or Nobel Prize, because I don't like to pollute. It's like, one pollutant and non-pollutant here. This non-pollutant over here is Rishi Aurobindo. I consider them as a pollutant and they are being highlighted. Rishi Aurobindo has gotten not the Nobel Prize. That reason is the most important reason. He's a nationalist. He was speaking against the British that time, and Khudiram Bose and all those violence people are the product of Rishi Aurobindo. Whatever knowledge and his activities and whatever that time, small time, he has done it. A lot of people, they have influenced from Rishi Aurobindo. Then after that, when police found that he was directly, indirectly involved with these activities, and in the eyes of British, he's not a good man, and obviously not a good man. After this Alipur jail issue, he was locked inside jail for a few days, then released. After that, his political career, freedom movement career was totally off. He went to where? He went to Pondicherry. This is under French colonization. French colonization there. He was like, in India, there are many people. If you go to their Portuguese, शाम को टाइम में फेनी दारू का नशा पे आया है पुर्तगाली लोग। दारू और काजू, नारियल का पेड़, पैर उठा के सो जाना। पुर्तगाली आया कितने साल पहले, पुर्तगाली आया फर्स्ट जनरेशन। ऑल द कोस्टल बेल्ट, इफ यू सी इट इन इंडिया, गोवा से आगे थोड़ा जाओ, हल्का मैंगलोर जाओ, मैंगलोर से आगे उठ के जाओ उडुपी, वो सब एरिया में सब पुर्तगालीज कब से आए हैं। अभी थोड़ा सा नीचे आ जाओ, नीचे आ जाओ, नीचे आ जाओ। केरला, केरला तमिलनाडु की तरफ चले जाओ। फ्रेंच वाला आया, फ्रेंच colonization, not microagial association, French colonization. They like that place. French are quite learned people, no problem. That time there is a culture because ब्रिटिश ने सिखाया सबको, जाओ जाओ जाओ, भागो भागो भागो, देखो क्या किधर गए। आंखें खोल दिया। उसका पहले ये लोग को आंखें खुला ही था। आया फेनी 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 से उरोंग बनाया। शाम को टाइम में पीना है, रात में पीना है, दिन पे पीना है। पानी का मिनरल वाटर छोड़ के पीना है। Now I don't know, in present day I was in Goa. I was doing my SRF, senior research fellow over there in Goa University campus, and I told you in my previous video, again this is bringing, like I was associated in Goa University. I was doing my research on afforestation program, developing mycorrhizal strain, and I used to go to all kind of mining industry. Is run by very Chogle group, Chogle group, and all the industry, like mining is the private. It is in Goa. Still mining is under the private belt, even though government has declared that no mineral and natural resources to be under any private entity. And I am 100% sure that in Goa, all the mining industry, Chogle, Salgaonkar, Dempo, they have their office in Panjim city. I used to live in Goa University to various. I do not have anything against what they used to have, either it is private, because I know in 1960s, I think probably it is Indira Gandhi or somebody that mining industry, mining should not belong to any individual. This is a piece of information I am giving. Probably it is going to help. If I am wrong, one can correct me, because I was there in Goa for 4 years and I was associated with various activities in Goa, cultural. I used to write for different magazines, local magazines, science magazine, to earn little money. Like if you write one particular one small science article, you publish it, you get how much. Still I have those publication every Sunday, Saturday, 2 publication of close to 2000 words. Any science topic is going to give you that time how much, 1000 rupees. 1000 rupees if you write one. I used to go to during my lunch time, honestly speaking. So I used to do research. I used to think how to make money. I used to go to Goa University, big library. It's one of the best library in India you will find, with so much books, so much collection. I used to go. I used to be alone. Entire university, every day this librarian used to see that every day you are coming for study. No Goans are ready to study. Such a beautiful library. No Goans, right? What I'm not criticizing over here. In Goa, what happens? I told this present day Mohamitra and all, they are going Goa and campaigning. Goa, they have a lot of things. Like money is not the issue. Every house they have enough money. Luxury, only thing that education part is like they're not very serious on education, like a serious thinker. They're not at all. People talk about many old, like Kosambi, these, a lot of intellectuals are there. I have rated them, right? Because I was in 4 years, I used to teach for my own department, botany. I used to deliver lectures, interact with microbiology, and all the PhD students, everybody, because I have already completed my PhD. I was very young. I was just 26 years old. I finished my PhD work. I went to Goa. I used to interact with everybody. Never used to believe that I have completed my PhD. Everybody thought that I have come to Goa University for doing PhD. It is not that way. Everybody, at the age of 26, I was a small kid. I was like, many conferences, international conferences. I have started to have a lot of debate, science debate inside class, like, decide a topic, discuss whatever you speak something about, let's say double helix or genetic modification, or let's say imagine a situation is a kind of hybridization, how somatic hybridization taking place. Very nice nursery over there on top in Goa University. It's a plateau. Goa University, if you somebody is thinking Goa University, how it is looking. Taligaon Plateau. Plateau means it's like in JNU. Jawaharlal Nehru. It is not Jawaharlal Nehru University. Jawaharlal University also like little high. Delhi, if you go little up, all the jungles are there. But in Goa University is a kind of a different altitude. Goa, a lot of small hills are there. So all the institutes are located. Like if you go to Bambolim, Goa Medical College, you are coming out from Goa Medical College to little ahead this side. On top of that, Dona Paula, right? Dona Paula NIO, National Institute of Oceanography, the biggest CSIR research laboratory in NIO. I had gone many times. I had a lot of scientists, CSIR Institute, they do very good work, some purpose. Some instrumentation activities when I used to do, I used to go to NIO too. I used to teach for different colleges over there, because what happens, your stipend what you used to get is not enough to run anything, right? How much? That time, if you are senior research fellow, you are getting 2500 plus additional HRA, total 3200 rupees. Well, I fought literally for a CSIR project. You gave somebody 3200 rupees and leading life, and I CSIR and ICIR, they are pool officer. 3200 rupees CSIR or UGC, they have not revised the stipend part, and this is very sad. That's why many students they have left for foreign countries. Even if you clear CSIR, you get only that time. I'm talking about 2000, 1997 to 2001, 99, 3, 4 years. I'm talking about the SRF, senior research fellow, because only you get the RSF. Even if you submit your PhD thesis, probably you won't get. You have to clear the PhD. Then you are eligible to get the RA fellowship, which is little more, close to 4,000 rupees, right? Imagine a situation over here in 4,000, being as a RA with a PhD, you are getting 4,000 rupees. You cannot manage a family for that matter. If somebody is, let's say, finishing PhD for 30 years, continuing his research, right, and 4,000 rupees managing a wife. Even the wife is also Kasturba Gandhi also. No wife is going to work or marry this fellow having a PhD, Stanford, or all the publication like good publication. He is not. It's very difficult for him to find out a girl. I'm honestly stating, either he is not love with somebody with 4,000 rupees. One cannot dare to marry somebody that much, I can tell you. Because 4,000 rupees is nothing, right? You pay 50% rent for housing, and what you are going to do with 2,000 rupees? Look here, this country, our education system, so when you talk about the education system, we are not understanding holistically the basic issues. That how much the minimum stipend should be. What is the foreign countries, how much they are paying for this thing? Why people want to stick in India? First of all, fundamentally, why you need to suffer so much? That is one question, right? If you are knowledgeable, intelligent, if you are finding opportunity some other country giving little more stipend, will move out. How much time, like 4,000, 5,000, now the stipend is good. Whoever is done is good, close to 25 to 40,000 rupees they are paying. At least you can manage a family, you can have a wife who is decent, right? Nowadays, when I say talk about the decency, means any good family, father is giving her daughter to somebody's house, like they will definitely see that your financial strength, what you have. It is not in a blank zone. It happens if it is arranged marriage. If it is love marriage, fine. Okay, you can do all kind of exercise in zero, because प्यार किया तो डरना क्या. मैं दोस्त ये वीडियो बढ़ाना नहीं चाहता हूँ, मैं इधर से शुरुआत करता हूँ. This is what the baseline. There is something called the understanding that 2,500 rupees is not going to help you anything. In Goa, I have done many exercise for not for survival, right? Writing. I used to go lunchtime. Lunchtime we used to have around 1 to 2:30 or 1 to 2. I used to go and I used to just review some books, write. That time no computer. I have to give handwritten and submit it to newspaper, because if it is to be published in Sunday, I have to give my manuscript to Friday, Saturday. I have this much collection, close to 50 or 60 article I have written on various issues. I used to think that what I should, even Dr. Nanda Kumar Kamath, he is there in professor in botany now. He is very, very good friend of mine who helped me to do understanding the mathematical modeling. He was advising me little thing I have got. He is a nice man, and in Goa he is one of the intellectual. Dr. Nanda Kumar Kamath. He had a long hair and beard. You look like a Jesus Christ. Your wife is Hindu. You are Christian. Oh no, I know. It can be reverse. You believe in Christianity, I believe, though you are a Hindu, and I believe your wife is Christian, right? If I'm not wrong. Okay, never mind, but you are very close to me. Dr. P.K. Sharma, Dr. Bharsh, Dr. Bijaya ma'am, and all, they are very good. I mean, microbiology head, she was a BRC scientist, and she's no more retired. She became Vice Chancellor of Goa University. All those things. Dr. Sharma, P.K. Sharma from London University, we used to have. He is my Facebook friend. I don't know nowadays why P.K. Sharma is not coming. I don't know. Are you fine, sir? Or you have left Facebook? Friends, there are many. I can keep on telling everybody. Shiva Kumar is becoming Vice Chancellor, and this gentleman sitting in Ayamna is my Facebook friend for a long time. I used to attend a lot of conferences in Latin American studies. When Dr. Arun Sori came, I questioned 20 questions. He was just, everybody was telling that in front of media, and everybody was telling that who is this thing. I have started to do Saraswati Puja in university campus. Saraswati Puja, Goa University campus in 1998. So, friends, what I was trying to tell about, and I was writing this 500 rupees business. Right now, if I have written 60 article, I have got 30,000 rupees that time. 60,000 rupees, one article. I am just calculating. I used to submit it. If I am not 1,000 rupees, it will be in between 700 to 1,000. It will be a patti, right? Either it will be 1,000 rupees. That time 1,000 rupees note was not there. It is 100 rupees or 500 rupees. It is 1,000 rupees. So 60 articles, 60,000 rupees. Not bad. Every week you write 3 articles, you get 3,000 rupees. Whole month you work for your research, you slog, you get 2,500 rupees. You are giving for your research 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours. I used to sit at night, I used to work, I used to tell my guide, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, all the research, microbial strain development, 2,500 rupees. And I used to go during canteen time, not used to take lunch. I used to write for all those Gomantak, all those English paper. circulation, one article, science article. They had a science and technology page. It used to give me 3,000 rupees. It is greater than my stipend. So nice, so nice. Look here, the idea. I told many times, I say everybody this thing. In life, you need to find out the ways out. If you are, see, you cannot change the system overnight. You cannot say that my stipend should not be 2,500 rupees or 3,400 rupees, whatever might be. You cannot change, you cannot protest. I know there are CSI, DST, everywhere there are many issues and students they have raised. इसका बात कौन सुनता है? Nobody hears, right? Nobody hears, because to understand the science, if you are really loving the science, and one has to be little considerate, right? How much for 2,500 rupees? Can you tell, even if you prepare food at home, giving a rent, lowest rent, you have to manage like 2,500 rupees plus HRA, 30% as per the city, close to 3,200 rupees. In Goa accommodation, how much? Even if you stay in hostel, you have to pay money. If you are taking one house, it costs you money. For travel, it costs you money. 3,200 rupees is nothing, it's a peanuts for a PhD. After MSc, you have submitted your PhD thesis, you are getting this much. And it is not the scenario only, not here, it is all over India. Now, I personally believe this present salary is revised. It has to be taken little more closer to the entry level of a scientist salary, maybe 10,000-15,000 rupees less. What happens many times, it has been observed that you are not getting anything, or you are bringing project in different labs. Let's say I have completed my PhD, I have my guide. So in association with guide, you can write a lot of projects, different World Bank, DST, CSR, ICR. You can write silently some idea. You can convince your guide. I have convinced Dr. Bernard Rodriguez that I get a lot of projects, right? If you are getting funding, you can be accommodated there as a RA with little good salary and stipend, whatever, for 4 years, 5 years. Then you have little travel contingency money is there. That money you can utilize for various research activities. That is what I was trying to tell you. Here, I told in my previous many videos the relationship your guide is very important, because he is a mentor, he is next to your father to develop your career. What basically you need to do it, like, keep a good relation, academic relation, that is what. And if professor finding you little good, probably he will do anything for you. The reason behind, if you produce something, right, indirectly it is benefiting and building up his career. It's a simple academic exercise. Both are it's a mutualism, right? It is not the research student and guide their enemy. Nobody in this world, a guide is guide. You have to take into that context. There is no enmity. It is not, your guide cannot be your enemy. Your father cannot be your enemy. Simple reason, he has produced you, right? The war takes place between two individuals. It is not the weak man and the strong man. In any war, you will find that two persons. One strong person is not going to fight with a poor fellow. He knows that if I hit little, he will die. Always the fight, intellectual or physical fight, takes place between two equal, maybe not equal, 50-55%. It is not 0 or 99% or 1% and 99%. Nowhere. Though even the dogs, cats, Rats, they don't fight with the small chota cheez. They will fight of equal length, equal size. A male cat fighting with a male cat, equal size. Not they fight with a small kitten. They know. छोटा बच्चा है, जाने दो, जाने दो, जाने दो. I've seen in the animal world, they're very interesting. The cat, dogs, they're very, very sensitive. Even they don't ignore, they don't do boo boo also in front of a big cat, right? Big dog is sleeping. A small dog is going like male dog is going like it's trying to do something play. Ignore. Those kind of things are very common in in the animal world. They fight with equal energy level, true energy level. They will see what is happening and the result will come out. Whatever result for the matter. Friends, I'm not extending my video more because it is already 1 hour 15 minutes, right? 1 hour 15 minutes altogether. I think I've spoken. So I'll take up this one as a baseline and try to understand that what could be the possible salary structure, right? Every time I believe a sustainable model, right? Without money, there is nothing absolutely. People might be questioning that why I've been writing this for magazine. I have taken up few other jobs also. A lot of financial agencies, they sell a lot of. It is like how to survive. That is what the question. If your survival is under stake question, then you try to find out many things. That is what it is. I used to sell small like some policies like evening time going, and there are a lot of companies in Goa. You will find if you invest 5,000. I personally purchase many slips are there in they're giving hope like after your money is multiplied like if you pay, if you make 1,000 rupees, right? If you put into post office, it takes 8 to 10 years to make 2,000 rupees for that matter, right? I'm telling you very nice thing over here. You need to understand that how what is scam is all about. What happens, right? Post office they are giving 8 years or 10 years for doubling. So people might be thinking that 1,000 rupees, if you put 1,000 rupees, wait for 10 years, it becomes 2,000 rupees. Its growth is not there. Similar way, there are many policies. Even if you put in bank also, your rate of interest 5%, 6%, it takes almost 12 years to make it double. Okay. In foreign country, there is no interest. Your money, whatever money, forget. Forget means that you don't get interest. Very less interest. Very, very less interest. So what happens over here? The lot of private companies that time coming out to market the investment plan like you invest on plants like Mehna group of companies and all. In Goa it is common all India. If you go south also everywhere in Bengal everywhere this is the investment. You try to they project you that you they let's say you put 5,000 rupees. Now it means is equivalent to a tree. You are doing this the philosophy they give it. They give a lot of training, mental and psychological training that it look is a tree, and the day you invest 5,000 rupees in your name there will be 5 or 10 trees that is already is growing and germinating. That is what the philosophy. What you do in a young man like you understand biology and they're talking also biology. They're talking biology. So let us dig out, take in the catalog, understand those things. Evening time, there is no work. Research चलता है, research चलता है, no problem. Writing चलता है, गोमंतक चलता है. Honestly speaking, when my Sunday and Saturday, my article used to be published in all the magazine, it was a wide circulation. Till those, if you dig out those papers, my article, everybody used to come to Goa University. Many people they used to meet me and they used to say that you are writing such a nice thing. Randa Kumar Kamath used to write for different. This thing used to tell nice. Pal, you are writing something all the way from Bengal. You have come to Goa. This is the extreme opposite side. I'm happy that you are doing. He's a nice man. Even my head of the department, he never used to lie. He's a person from coming from Udupi Brahman, but he's a nice man. I don't know how much academically he was sound. He was a mycologist. You could organize John Webster to come from London for his international conference. I was involved and presented paper on mathematical modeling of symbiotic system. He's the only person recognized my paper rest. They told I am idiot and this is not good. But point what I want to make it is all happens like no whatever happened. Dr. Bharts is a nice gentleman, and he's the first person when I entered to Goa, and I was from Patna, took a train for Mumbai to Goa. That is the journey I took, and I went to first his house. He offered me breakfast. Because in the early morning, I reached 5 o'clock Panjim with a milk van from Kolhapur. So it was a very tough journey for me because for me West region is a kind of a first time I was moving out from my North India to down Goa. So it is an unknown destination. My guide only gave me 1,000 rupees. Not only 1,000 rupees, 1,000 rupees is enough money for ticket and fooding and all. He told my guide gave me, I didn't have money. So he told me, I have not repaid him money. Professor Bilgrami, if you are hearing, I have not repaid. I have tried to find out many ways to send you this money, but I do not have any contacts now how to send this money. Till I am holding that money, I respect you. So there's nothing wrong. A guide giving his student some money and student going to another place and doing something. Anyway, those are the things like so sorry to tell all these things. So friends, and I was talking about this sorry, I'm just going to recite my poetry. I want to deviate because I'm not able to concentrate on speaking on those part, my journey and coming to Goa, meeting all those professors. For me, it is a different thing. And just for clarity, I am speaking that it's a tough decision for me to come. So sorry. Friends, I was fine now. I want to finish this discussion over here. That is very important. I was talking about this financial agencies. Government of India has given some kind of license to make some kind of small bond, like fixed certificates for afforestation program. I was doing afforestation in Goa, my PhD. I could see that government of India, with good wishes, probably they have done it. That those kind of scheme private company can give, and it's a good return is there. That is the philosophy was good, and on that philosophy, if you read those articles and those brochures and everything, it looks very interesting and fantastic. I could see that there is a possibility in my research, what I was doing, afforestation program, mycorrhizal. They are also growing plants with mycorrhiza. Lot of mining industry, what happens, there are a lot of iron, like after digging out, there are a lot of soil there, you cultivate it, eucalyptus, casuarina, tectona grandis, small trees, like seedlings over there, that trees are going to grow over there. all the mining belt with a mycorrhizal row is to break down the chelates of different formation and converting into simpler nutrient for the plants. That is what the idea. Mycorrhiza has got, if you grow a plant and put little mycorrhiza, but like biofertilizer, is nothing but biofertilizer. Once you put it, they will grow and multiply over there. They will form an ecosystem, and the same mycorrhizal association with lot of grass and everywhere. This it helps for the afforestation program, and we have planted many plants. Myself, Professor Rodriguez, the nice gentleman, and got the project, and he took me for the project to work, develop many research and many papers, and I have correspondence many papers. One of them is mathematical modeling of symbiotic system. I have learned how the staining time, those concept, mathematical constant drawing, and try to see that parasitism and mycorrhizal association, and what mathematical constant one you can draw. That I have given that part. There are a few papers I have published on afforestation. Not great papers, but that time I have attended many conferences. My professor sent me Solan, Himachal Pradesh, Solan University. This is next to Simla. Traveled from Mangalore to Shimla, attended conference. 10 days it took, coming back to Mumbai, and attended conference in Lucknow also on international. Two international conferences I have attended, recited poetries over there. I have still those photographs. Professor Brahmachari, he came, and there are many vice chancellors, they came. I met with an accident in near to Delhi, just crossing Bhopal during rainy season. It was my fellow person died over there. Train is skidding, like no, and I was thinking it's around 1 o'clock. What had happened? There is sudden kind of big noise, and I could see my train was derailed from the track, and from Bhopal. It was Pushpak Express, I believe. Pushpak, yes, Pushpak Express derailed. Till the same Pushpak Express, I was going to Lucknow first. Then from there, I went to Shimla, attending 2 conferences. My guide told you go and present papers over there. I presented paper over there. I believe from Delhi University, Dr. K.G. Mukherjee, Dr. Sujan Singh, from TERI, Tata Energy Research Institute, working on mycorrhiza. They came, and K.G. Mukherjee was very famous in mycorrhiza. He was doing in vitro cultivation of how to grow in vitro mycorrhiza. Even though it was not successful, I could see Dr. K.G. Mukherjee, and in America at the same time there are a lot of work going on bacteria, that is superbug bacteria. Anand Mohan Chakraborty. I was reading his paper, and I was the habit of reading papers, even though in university campus there is not much more research facilities over there in terms of instrumentation, but we had good internet, downloading papers, and in Goa University your instrumentation lab is very very nice. Whatever basic things are required. At initial level I never used to see such kind of instrumentation facilities while I was doing my PhD, except microscope. There was nothing. Microscope and laminar flow and a greenhouse. So I have done whatever best possible way with the limited resource. I have tried to submit my PhD thesis. My guide has helped me in many ways. I have done it in my PhD time, and Professor Bilgrami is also one of the renowned professor in mycology who is understanding Professor Bilgrami. Both their brothers, Professor K.S. Bilgrami, Bhagalpur University, is a very famous biologist, and his brother R.S. Pilgrami. So I was in Ambedkar University. I went to Pusha, Samastipur. There I have done all kind of soil analysis, soil sampling, everything I have done it from this place. And next to that now you have a Bisha, Bisha is a Borlong Research Institute in India. They have their one research unit recently had developed. I was working for them, and present stage I'm given some kind of structural designing, a new design for them, work for 20 days with not taken a single noya paisa. The scientist who is living in Europe now, Indian scientist Europe, he loved me so much that he has taken my idea. Probably next stage he's going to take my idea now. It has to be executed. So friends, those are all linkages. I think those linkages can be established in many ways. You go back to your own root and try to see that what kind of linkage I'm meeting Professor R.K. Pachauri in Terry, Tata Energy Research Institute, Sujan Singh. I used to have a lot of mycorrhizal newsletter Sujan Singh used to publish and edit. I know I have tried to publish paper also in the mycorrhizal association with my guide, and we have published also. Those kind of small thing, probably it helps me to understand the microbial world in many ways too. How to write, how to explore the possibilities in a small ways. I've never told that I have done a great job in this doing that, but in this process, it made me more tougher, right? Tougher in that sense. This nothing is easy. You have to dig out information. Even writing for Terry Tata Energy Research Institute is one of the Director General was there, R.K. Pachauri. I met him twice. Sujan Singh used to. They have a mycorrhiza. They have done many commercialization of mycorrhizal technology as a biofertilizer. They have made money like anything. Similar way, when I was Goa, I was doing appreciation program. I was thinking the possibility of having entrepreneurship. Okay, for your survival you need money, and I was thinking those writing up for different magazines is giving me good money than my research stipend. That's what I was referring. So if I'm getting 2500 for working for full month, this much, and with HRA, but if I'm going to write for different magazine, it is giving me 1000 rupees for a single article. It is more than the money what I was getting as a research student. So it's a good thing. That is also I'm doing during lunch time, evening time, when the library is empty. So I used to sit and do this thing. And evening time I used to take a bus from my university to Panaji, the Panji, different magazine I used to publish. I used to meet the editor, their reception. I used to give all those things, and they used to publish it. Not a single article was rejected. That is quite interesting. Anything I have given, they have gladly accepted and rejected. I don't have any relationship over there, but I was happy there. Accepting my papers, I got little encouragement that if I can write something, it will be good. And same thing, I have started my own company when in 2006-7 I have started to publish a lot of newsletters, circulating those newsletters via email, close to 10-15,000 scientists database. Still we do it every year. We publish one or two newsletter with lot of latest technology and information. That is helped me while I was writing this exercise in Goa University. Well, people might be thinking in a different way that I am not doing research and doing all kind of nonsense activities, but it is the compulsion I am doing it. It is my right to exercise this knowledge after 5:31 research is over, or during lunch time. If I skip my lunch and writing an article, it shouldn't bother anybody for that matter. Similar way, evening time I used to have small interaction with this scheme. I thought this is a nice scheme. I heard it from somebody. I joined hands, and I was telling, it's like taking LIC agency. You do at your own time and get some customer or client, make some policies. Similar way, evening time, what to do. I'm a non-alcoholic person, so I have so much time because I don't spend money on unwanted things in my life. I have never ever done it. Okay, I'm not telling that I'm Mahatma Gandhi or Swami Vivekananda or for that matter. Occasionally, well, those things are very common in life or anybody's journey. And I was associated with a professor and in Goa University, that is Professor Vikram Das Gupta, who is coming from Switzerland, and he's a very intelligent person, very intelligent person. Even though I belong to life science or botany department, we know each other through canteen, and he knows that one Bengali guy has come. He got introduced. He's very friendly, and he took me at his residence. Is below university campus, or you can walk down, right? No, you can walk reach at his residence, right? So that is there in the village. In Goa, there are many village, we call it. We used to live in village. I stayed few days with him. He told you come down and live with me. I have lived with him for 7-8 months. Then I moved out also. So he's an independent man, independent thinker, that I felt I should not bother him, and I have taken close by near one house. And there I used to live. I used to catch a bus, or I used to have a scooter also. The scooter money I have got, second-hand scooter, Vespa. So this Vespa scooter story, I got it from a doctor for 15,000 rupees. That time scooter used to cost close to 40,000 rupees, close to new scooter. So he gave me, I earned through writing for various magazines this much money, and I have given him with few installment. I got the scooter. My mobility moves, right? Coming by bus in Goa, what happens, the frequency of bus at the right time you won't get, even though there are university buses coming from Panaji city or Dona Paula, sorry, not Dona Paula, that is Bamboli. We have a bus facilities. Today I don't know the situation, but the situation you have to wait for the bus for a longer time. It's better to have your own vehicle, and I got that. Gradually I got a camera also. I clicked many photographs. One man gave me second-hand camera. I gave her some money. So those are small things, like I used to sit very late at university campus. My Bangladeshi friend and other friends, whole campus used to know me. It's not because I'm not intelligent, but I used to have interaction with various departments, even biotechnology. I used to attend many lectures or delivered many lectures during my stay in Goa. It was very nice. People are very nice. This much I can tell you. I've utilized whole library, the fullest opportunity I have done it, and I have also written many things about great poet that is coming out, like many great poetry books, right, related to nature. I have tried to dig out all those informations. I could do it because I was very alone, concentrating with many subjects, many books, philosophy, history, geography, life science, biotechnology, all the areas, right? There are various good books are there. I used to carry those books in library and used to see, man, who is this fellow? Why he is doing such kind of activities? But I could do that because it doesn't bother me. I have a library card. I have a limit to withdraw close to 8 or 10 books at the same time, and there are certain limits is there. I used to return back, take a fresh books. So those kind of things help me in understanding socialism, communism. I used to have books because people used to observe me that I am a student from life science and taking books on philosophy, on Marxism, Leninism, and various kind of books, English literature, poetry, like those kind of books I used to carry, make xerox and keep it for further studies. Those are nighttime work. Nobody knows what you do inside four walls, but I used to have those kind of activities. Friends, those are journey. When Professor Bikram Das Gupta, he helped me like anything. He has taught me how to prepare food, how to prepare struggle, how to do the painting, and a lot of painting that we do together. I buying this thing I had on top of that poetry. I used to recite poetry inside his room, and he used to tell me that, okay, well, no problem. So he's a professor, you can understand, from coming from a Nobel laureate and from Switzerland, and he's a full of beards. I have still photograph with him, but he was not given a good place in university for many reasons because he's a very, very brilliant person. Friends, what I was trying to tell that those things are helped me in developing me and to see me in totality. That is what I want to say over here. Nothing to talk about myself. Same thing individually. If you see it like in growth, you also are coming across many challenges. But every challenge has a good thing and bad thing, but you have to take those challenges in a realistic way and try to see what best you can do. Right? That is the possibilities I was talking about. I talked about this stipend part. This stipend is not enough that time to lead a good life. That's why you let's say I am doing that. I am offering some foods to my kitten, very less food. They are not fully, their lunch is not full. That's why they cry. And I don't like to give deliberate food to them. I open the door and they are catching some praise. I want to make them sustainable. I was talking about sustainable economy over here. It is very much possible if you are opening up many issues and little be careful about the look here. This all those financial agencies who given hope that 3.5 years your money will be doubled. I've collected huge amount of money from different houses where I used to live. I used to convince, look, this is what it is. They used to give me money, the trust they had with me. But later on, the company cheated. What you can do? I get little commission, like if I'm able to sell it, let's say 10,000 rupees, I get 10%, 1,000 rupees. It is writing a okay, these are concept. I liked it, but you don't know the. I have invested close to 30,000 rupees. I had given my brother, who helped me during my student life for tuition fees and everything. I thought I should give something for my brother. I made some policies and given to him. Till those policies are there with him because it's a posted check kind of thing. Let's say if you invest 5,000 rupees, they will issue a 10,000 rupees with 3.5 years time with a certificate. You are happy, you put those things inside Almira or inside file. You feel that this money is multiplying over there. Your trees are growing. Your trees are growing over there. No problem, no problem, no problem. Because you believe it. Like that in India, including Bengal, there are very, very number of policies based on the same philosophy fundamentals. Look here, that's why this scam is coming. At the maturity time, what they do, they close down their operation. After collecting money, they will go to Dubai and life, enjoy their life. Many things had happened, and uh, the trust between myself and the Goan people, it is not to cheat anybody. Like I have helped for them. They are convinced that okay, if I put 10,000 rupees, I am going to get 20,000 rupees after 3.5 months. He has convinced. I have not put a gun in front of them and telling you give me money that I am making policies for everybody. It is their wish and desire today. In like you see in university, many university, you join as a professor or any other position. Imagine you feel that you are a government employee. After a few years, if government said let it make it privatized, what you will do? Same situation. So you do not know the policies what they are filming. As a common man, I was told to do this one, two, three, four. If you sell it, and these are the things are genuine thing, and you are going to get this much money. You believe, right? You believe certain things. You believe in democracy, believe in socialism. But one is to see the reality, how much it is. That is the reality part and the actual situation. Theoretical part, the actual. I told you many times over there. In if you want to be an entrepreneur, There is no ifs and buts. It has to be only yes. Your entire thought process has to complete 100%. That is what it is. Here I am not talking about the Goa University. Delivered many lectures on microbiology department, head of the department. All the teachers used to be there. A lot of foreign scientists used to come. We used to have a lot of interaction. So, friends, what I'm trying to tell over here, life is a difficult one is to analyze and make sure don't forget about the past is like an your asset, and it will give you more stronger when you analyze, close your eyes, analyze. I was struggling in train, I have told you, in Lucknow Pushpak Express, severe accident, many people died. The train was delayed by 24 hours. All the up and down train journey was stopped. One can check out that part also in 1998. I can tell you the exact date. Accident of Pushpak Express. I was one of the person. My next fellow died. Luckily, I could catch hold a second class. I was traveling through second class train because my eligibility is second class, right? Researchers should travel by second class. My boss told you go by second class, no problem. But I met with this accident. I came out night time. Train is at ulta direction. You can understand a height of a train, 10 feet. It is reversed. Only the door. I have seen many compartments. They brought the gas cutter to open this thing. I have seen so much dead bodies. I have lost my chappal over there with barefooted. Came to Bhopal station. After 30 hours, they get given, the road was cleared and given passage to go to Lucknow. Attended conferences in Lucknow. It was in Lucknow University, I believe. And from there, I moved to Delhi and went to Chandigarh. From Chandigarh to Simla. Solan, I have stayed in the Solan University, attended the international conference. I have recited poetry, I presented my paper, went to Simla to see Simla. No money, I have only 400 rupees left, and I was searching some hotels. I found one hotel. I told that I can pay you only 50 rupees. They gave me a place to stay in Simla. Today, I was thinking that many years I have developed Central Potato Research Institute, the biggest climate change project that I have did it in Shimla, down Dehradun. FRI, Forest Research Institute, biggest climate change research project I did after many years. I was not knowing. 50 rupees, this fellow told you sleep over there. I have slept over there. Down the line, this 18 years, I know many scientists at Central Potato Research, CPRI, Central Potato Research Institute is ICR lab, and they have one unit is there in Punjab, Jalandhar. There we have developed many OTCs over there. Still, I know all the scientists over there in Simla and Dehradun. It's many years those systems are working even for Dehradun also. Then we have gone up to Himalayan belt, HAPRI, High Altitude Research Institute. They want to have the climate change research division. And we got the order. We have taken all the material via horse. It is -5 degree temperature. We have established the climate change project with the solar panel heating element. Still, we are in touch with all the scientists. They are good people over there. If you go here to Himachal, right, Himachal Palampur is the biggest CSR research institute is there. There you have ISBT, is Himalayan CSR Institute. And I want to recall something over here. The director of ISBT, Dr. Ahuza, is a thorough gentleman, and present director is a nice man, and Dr. Sanjay Kumar is not the director. Very close to me. They are attached to CMAP and NBRI because CSR Institute. And they have organized that time international conference on climate change. I have presented paper, and they are planning to have phase system. Already I have done something at IRI. My understanding I have presented over there. So I didn't have money to. It was a commitment that I should pay close to 1 lakh rupees for their conference, but I could not do that. That time I didn't have money really. Whoever the organizer was little upset, and I told sir, you give a posted check, next time I'll give it. Afterwards, after 4 5 years, when they conducted international conferences, I paid close to, I never mind if I'm not wrong, close to 1.5 to 2 lakhs rupees I paid, and whatever not paid that time, I told at that time I didn't have money to give you, and they have accepted it. That director, Professor Tuli, he called me personally that look, this is the commitment you need to pay. I wrote to him, said I do not have money. You accept my word, and if you want, I can give you a posted check. I think those kind of CSR institute every 6 months you have a new conferences. That time I will have money definitely, and I have done my job, my part. Then I have developed both ISBT, the biggest climate change project division in CSIR, NBRI, I did biggest project climate change research project. So it was a happy moment. Like Dr. Ahuza become Director General of CSIR, and he was very famous. And one thing nobody knows, that he had blood cancer. I used to go to the road where he used to live in the director's cabin. I used to see, somebody told me he had got cancer every 3 months or 6 months, blood change is required, and he was struggling. And he died after a few years, and he was the longest serving director in ISBT Palampur, I believe. He was Director General of Shishire. Shishire is a big organization, and he was so close to me. I used to capture videos and used to show him. I remember in CMAP, and he was sitting, he was also director, acting director. He was taking care of both the directorship, ISBT Palampur and CMAP. So in that time, he called me with a video. I showed him video. I had a handicap. I was developing same phase system at IRI, and I went to London that time. I met one gentleman, professor I'm not naming over here. He had a wish and desire to develop a system. They're in touch with Brookhaven National Laboratory, and they're talking about millions of dollars, but we don't have money to spend. He told this is not possible. I have only 16-17 lakhs rupees to develop. I was in UK, and with my friend I went to London University of Sussex, and University of Cambridge, and on top of that there is a company in Cambridge side. This is outstation. Cambridge is not in city. You have to travel close to 45 minutes via train. That much pain I took, and went and seen those places and manufacturing units, learned automatic colony contact system. All the way I went to University of Sussex, where they have chlorophyll fluorescence imaging system. It's a kind of an entrepreneurship. They are doing some group of scientists from various subject like biology, physics, chemistry, and one more subject, and they developed and published a paper in an international journal where you have the chlorophyll fluorescence imaging system. They have designed it. It's like a non-destructive method. You put a chamber and put the tray. Whatever light is coming from the LED, like no RGB light or IR light is coming, it captures the image. After capturing the image, it goes for image analysis. It study chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, mineral deficiency, dwarfism. 4-5 parameters you can monitor and analyze with the same machine. I felt that this is a nice, beautiful idea. Scientist is having idea and a private company is doing this thing. A lot of interdisciplinary work that is going on. Those things are learning in India. I could see many universities, so much intellectualism, so many things. Even inside JNU campus, I don't know, they have a simple manufacturing or assembling hub. There is nothing absolutely. They are intellectual minds. I told you, it is not the mind. You can think many things. The reality that you need to see. This India is not able to do many things because reality is lacking. Friends, I don't like to increase this video more because many reasons. Because I'm taking a lot of time. It's my energy. I'm not having tea or water because it's an inflow of thoughts. Probably I aim to end up with JNU and continue with JNU my next presentation and try to cover up this thing. That concept of financial bond is a good concept, but greedy people, what they do during maturity time, they take the entire money and run away from the show. But you all know that how the system, that time I could see in paper after 3 years, I could hear a lot of news. They closed down their offices. They have taken up the managers, who are promoting all kind of exercise, taken into custody. I don't know, nothing had happened after that. It's 2-3 days, people might be fighting and doing all those things. After that, they forget. Same thing what is happening in Bengal and all those financial scam is what is happening. If you analyze the concept, it is our dishonesty that drives them to make those kind of scheme unsuccessful. This much I can tell you. Friends, I'm closing my eyes. I have spoken close to 1 hour 57 seconds. I want to complete now. I want to complete with many ways. I don't know how to complete it, whether to extend this video or not. I'm searching some water and I got the water bottle now. I need to have it. I'll talk about from JNU issues to. I take JNU not an individual stick, it's academic hub. In India, there are very few universities like JNU. There are many central universities now developing. Many universities I have visited that I'm also going to speak. I'm going to cover up many more technologies what I had given to Assam Agriculture University. Well, I have gone to Bengal many times. I have not got anything so far except Kharagpur IIT. I don't consider IIT is part of. Okay, it is located in Bengal, but there is no role of Bengal government over there in IIT, right? That is what it is. And I've developed the biggest climate change project there in IIT, then Bhubaneswar, OUT, the biggest one, the Vice Chancellor, Dr. Pashupalak, great man. How are you, Dr. Pashupalak? Hope you remember me. Your 2 or 3 sons there in Canada. Now you can send 3 sons to Canada for your professorship money, you can understand. So I know the salary part, but he could manage. He's a nice man. He belongs to a very rich family. His sons and daughters, they are in Canada, some are in America. He became the vice chancellor. He's a nice man. He knows me personally, Dr. Poshupalo. He is a principal scientist, and he helped me in execution of this project close to OUT airport. You can see still OTC project is there. After that, I went to various places, Kotok. The present is Central Rice Research Institute, Kotak, and another name is nowadays only RRI, Rice Research Institute. Bidwa Bihar, Bidda Bihar, Bidda. Knowledge, Vidya Bihar. Good, their scientists are really good. They are from IITs, and I know big Bengali gentlemen I'm not naming. IITians, they are working on my climate change project, and I have done 3 projects: temperature gradient tunnel, open top chamber with CO2 and ozone enrichment facilities. Another is temperature enrichment. All 4-5 technologies I have given to them. So CRI Kotak is finished. I have worked with IRI, Indian Agriculture Research Institute. The biggest climate change project division I have developed it, where is Pranab Mukherjee visited, and I do not know whether he has inaugurated. I told he has inaugurated this project. Many projects I did. NRL, Nuclear Research Laboratory, like there's the physics department, Pamela Krishnan, she was from London University. She knows me, she's like my Didi. Every time I go to Delhi, first of all, she is a nice, and husband also professor. Her daughter is now in the US, and I talked many times. They are very nice and very down to earth scientists. I recognize them. On top of that, you have environmental science and Dr. S.D. Singh, Dr. P.K. Agarwal. You remember first face ring? I took your photograph. Now you are a retired man, probably. You went to NASA and hold such a big position. You challenged me that, well, if you can do this face system and one day you will be a great man. I have developed system for you, sir. After that, I have developed many systems across India. It's your blessing, sir. You are a nice man. I could recognize. You allowed me to sit in front of you and discuss few things. You have written various papers. I respect you, Professor P.K. Agarwal. Friends, those are very bitter stories, right? Good stories, whichever way you take it. Then I have worked with plant physiology department, entire OTC, 6 years, 7 years. The first time we are doing with my engineer, I personally went and worked with Bermuda and Chapel, digging, water line. Those are stories, those are videos. It's mind-blowing thing that I have done. Today, after many years, I recall those work what I did this thing. It is the result of my past karma. I have never ever cheated anybody, no profession, nobody can tell that. I have named those things out of my all technologies. I told you, research chapter 2009 developed technology. After that, developed technology innovated for many years. Prime Minister of India came for inauguration my 3 of my technologies. Before that, NBRI Lucknow, my 2 technologies, phase ring, free air CO2 enrichment. Dr. Kalam came for inauguration. All the way I went to Lucknow with my engineers, paid huge amount of airfare, but finally it could not be materialized because the time schedule and the location and various other things. Because our phase project, where it is located, it is little in isolation. Those kind of project, it requires huge amount of land. Security concerns, security reason, many things are there. It is not that you can easily go to the research site. Your building and research site is totally different. It is inside the garden. I believe there any prime minister or president or big dignitary is coming, it's a tough job to get into the system. Because the security part I'm talking about, as per their position, they're not ordinary person, president of India or prime minister of India. Same thing, IRI Delhi, professor came in, Dr. Pranab Mukherjee came for inauguration. I've developed the biggest climate change research project. Altogether, I know 40-50 scientists over there. They are now the directors, like Dr. Pathak, Himanshu Pathak. I used to have a lot of interaction with him for developing system. All those scientists, right? I can name everybody, or Bengali scientist, the principal scientist, Dr. Shura Naresh, Dr. Bidisha, you are very young that time. You don't know anything about the OTC that time. We taught you like anything. Well, the other, ma'am, how are you? Dr. Arti Bhatia. I literally sat in front of ma'am. I literally taught her what is face system, what is face. They are not knowing at all. Everybody, like, including PK Agarwal. Dr. S.D. Singh, he doesn't know anything. He only knows this kheti, kheti, kheti. He used to say, what you are doing, Pal. He used to laugh. He's a nice man. So he's a nice, dedicated man. He worked with also Andaman, ICR. He went all the way to Andaman. He was telling that I have worked as a scientist over in Andaman. I also went to Andaman, stayed in the guest house. Friends, it's a very small world, and then Alti ma'am, she is now principal scientist taking care of the climate change division. All the technical officers, everybody, we know each other. Alti ma'am is a nice, emotional lady and responsible one. I say emotional, she is also very emotional like me. I say you are not Mayavadi, but you are very emotional, and I believe you should have some rational thought process. Don't put emotions in science. I have done many things for the division and tried to do with limited money. I have done close to 2 crores project at this project. If you could have bought, you can ask Dr. Uprit, the same technology they have got for one ring for $1 million. And all Upriti, all their students, and Upriti said, Dr. Rishi Upriti is known to be a very famous man. I challenged him in NBRI. I told that I'm giving a good automatic system for 25 lakhs rupees. And you are talking about Brookhaven National Laboratory, $1 million. And through NPL they got the technology is not automatic. It's like buying a vehicle like a Maruti 800 from America, imagine, from Brookhaven National Laboratory, and some fellow is sitting in India giving esteem, or not esteem, desire, diesel or petrol latest version with very less price. Till you don't recognize, but we had a fight, and intellectual fight. I've tried to convince you or not, doesn't matter to me, but I could able to execute after that close to 60-65 projects, including the entire TNU, down south, Hyderabad University, Tirupati. Now we'll be doing the project. Bharatiya University, many growth chambers, many things, TNU, many projects we did it. Bangalore, IIHR, the biggest project we have renovated the whole thing. It was down for a few months. So friends, I was telling about Hyderabad University. They have done close to 10-12 PhD, all they have gone to US. I'm talking about this kind of project. Whoever is doing it has got enormous opportunity to go abroad. One must think that environmental science or simulation subject is a very complex subject. You need to have a lot of understanding in that context. I'm telling you have fair opportunity to go. I know if I close my eyes, 300 or 400 students across India, they have gone to abroad for further studies. With my project, I'm not blaming that I have done it. You give me some Rasagulla Mithai ka dabba. I'm not asking you. I'm not a person that I'm going to ask, but I'm telling the facts. I've corrected close to 50-60 research paper in Elsevier manuscript correction, because it goes through a lot of process. Because I know the instrumentation part, I have helped and I don't claim anything. Coming back to Assam Agriculture University, we have done many projects over there, and people are very nice. The Oshomiya people, originally माछेर झोल इतना झोल पांता खाया आसाम एग्रीकल्चर यूनिवर्सिटी का जोरहाट में, आप समझ नहीं सकते हो. दुकान, शॉप इज रेडी, फिश इज रेडी, एंड यू गो एंड ईट. वाइस चांसलर, I know him for last 15 years in IRI, in NAS complex. He used to come many times. We used to have all kind of nasta. See, in India, if you want to meet few people over there, you book one 2 or 3 days stay in Nas complex in New Delhi, and then further to that you go to Hyderabad, NARM. It's a marriage bureau of ICAR. Marriage bureau center. All the marriage takes place. All young guys scientists go. They fall in love with each other and they marry. Whether it is good or bad, I don't know. Same thing. Our National Academy of Defense. Same thing happens. IAS training in Dehradun. Same thing. So those kind of institutions is making all kind of. Arvind Kejriwal is meeting his wife also, Sunita ma'am, Pranam, Bhaviji Pranam. You are you are meeting and marrying. I respect your personal life that way. One should marry somebody there from the personal, the area, so that you understand each other, right? That is a good part. Friends, how much things I want to tell you. I have covered up all those things. I have worked with Maharashtra, many projects. I'm interested in Baramuti, Sarad Par home, your stress biology. When Dr. Pathak was there in director now, and we had a big climate change project, but some reason it has been delayed. Pune University, many professors discussed. Friends, in Maharashtra, there is a possibility, a lot of agriculture university, we have developed phase system, and I have delivered many lectures, online lectures, in different conferences, close to 15, 20, attended close to 25 national and international conferences, published paper, my YouTube channel on entrepreneurship, my YouTube channel on my poetry, my animal world, animal behavior, all those things are in public domain. I do not have anything except my except my body part, like it is covered till, and everything is in public domain. This much I can tell you. I have nothing to hide. With this capacity, I'm finishing up. Maybe I need to have a little time if you want to continue. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Take care. So I have not bothered you, bored you. If you don't feel, please ignore me, and ignore me like your brother. Anything, ignore it. Ignore is the best thing. If you feel there is some content, probably you can write to me. There are many institutes I left, University of Dubai, done the biggest climate change project for them. We are also helping them. How much? Closing your eyes, how many things you want to tell? Many. Patna, Kharagpur IIT, I told you. ICR Patna we have done the climate change project division. IRI Delhi we have done many. CSR we have done. Northeast we are doing few more projects nowadays. Himalayan we have done it. Downside Kashmir, Kanyakumari, Kerala Forest Research Institute we have done big project for them. So many things are happening, and it is covering the whole India, central India, that is Soyabin Anushandan Kendra, IISS, guest house, the Bengali Dada. I want to tell you something over here very interesting. If any ICR scientist is listening or ICR director is listening, I want to tell, if you go to Indore, IISS, Indian Institute of Soybean Research, go to guest house, one Bengali gentleman is there. And भाभी जी मैं जब गेस्ट हाउस जाता हूँ, I call भाभी जी and दादा, I am coming. They will bring fish, they will bring chicken, curd, everything they will give. I will stay there for 3-4 days. I will enjoy food. I love you, Dada. I love you like anything. I gave them extra money, no problem. They do best possible way to prepare fantastic food. No ICR, you will not find a single man like this preparing a high quality food. That is the driving force, I want to tell you. But people torture him. He has cried in front of me my last visit. His salary was stopped. It's a bad thing, I can tell you this much. If a caretaker of a guest house who is preparing food for the institute and doing this thing, this is not done. This is not done at all. He's a nice man. His son is studying in Bangalore and one in Chennai. Look here, those you need to respect those people like no private people. They're not the tikadar like no the way. Your Indian Institute of Soil Science has treated me. I have developed the biggest greenhouse for your institute, and I don't like to name a principal scientist over here. He has abused me. I have written to DG that I told that you don't use this kind of word. I'm a PhD MBA guy. I have more better qualification than you. After retirement, I can pay good money for salaried one after retirement benefit. That much I can tell you. But you are abused. For a funny reason, they are abusing. You understand a research complex having no power and they have wisdom to develop such a big greenhouse. I have done it. Paid money from transformer 1 kilometer this much where there are so much rats are living. The greenhouse what you have developed, power supply, power fluctuation, not good quality of water. You need a good RO system to feed the greenhouse cellulosic pad. That is not there. Rats damaged many times. They eaten up. Power fluctuation that all the fans motor is blown up 70 80 times repairing it. 25 26 lakhs project with 3 years warranty. I lost close to 15 lakhs rupees. Till scientists tried to abuse. They don't like to see their own fault. I thought no new purchase officer came after 3 years warranty. He's a nice gentleman. He's preparing for IAS. I have a lot of respect for you. I had a long discussion in guest house. Now that this warranty was over, everything was over, they are holding my bank guarantee. I went to Indore and requested everybody. See, after the expiry of bank guarantee, it's a dead body, I told you, and the dead body I have recovered. You keep this dead body with you, no problem. I have talked to bank and I have taken my legal stand over there. I discussed and now I have encashed this bank guarantee. Lien has been removed. Now this hypocrisy of scientists, after 4 years, 3 years warranty was over, this fellow is holding the file. They are making committees whether to return this thing or not return. They are thinking that they are going to encase 10% of this bank guarantee, that is revoking bank guarantee not as per the terms. Look here, principal scientist, after Corona, it was there Corona 1.5 years, 2 years, we have supported 60 times, engineers gone, changed whatever things. Rats are destroying things and we have to pay price for that. You are cultivating rats inside the campus. You need to take care of those rats. It is not me who had to develop. After telling also, you have done the same things. The problem is over here. Then 1 year Corona, there is no entry. That warranty also considered. 3 years completed. 1 year they have hold till 2022. 3 years warranty was over. After warranty is over, you cannot claim. If you need to really claim, that you will be within the warranty period of the bank guarantee or whatever. This fellow, this scientist, principal scientist and director, Sardarji, is a nice gentleman, but the principal scientist is very smart. He used to abuse me. I told that I can teach you the entire biotechnology chapter, what you are doing there. I know what research you are doing. And he's applying for directorship. I'm telling that Dr. Present Director General not to give him the director position. I have already written Dr. Mahapatra. You just wait. You will never get director position. You have abused me, my company. And at night you have also told, when I told I am reporting to Director General, night you are calling, you are saying, sorry Paul, forget it. I am so sorry. You told sorry to me, but you have not given official. You backdoor sorry is not acceptable. Now you are applying for directorship. Listen carefully. I can shame you. I went all the way. I sent my engineer all the way inside. Listen everybody what is happening in ICR system. I sent my engineer specially for this purpose. Just go and see what is happening with the system. I told him if something is required, you stay there. He went all the way from Mumbai. He was from Delhi. From Delhi to he came to this place because he was some work. We had work in ICGB. I told him after this come to this place. He came. He went inside the campus. He went inside cabin, and this professor, scientist, principal scientist, when he introduced, right, after introduction from Genesis technology, he stood like same BC Tripathi, told him, abused him. He is a young man. He cried and told, sir, why you are abusing me? I have come all the way to understand, resolve the problem. See, that time this fellow was holding the file. He told you, get out from this institute campus. Can you imagine? A principal scientist is telling you, get out from the campus, and the entry for Genesis technology will be stopped by him. He is such a powerful person. Can I tell your name? Okay, I need to think. Not think your name. I have already name in my mind, but whether I should publicly harass you or not harassing, exposing you, that doesn't look nice. Maybe next video I'll tag you this video, the kind of abuse you have given to me, my entire staff, helping each and everything. You tell, send engineer, next day I have sent engineer, till you are not happy. The only thing they have not done, gone to your home and cleaned your utensil probably. I have still your number, I have everything, I have blocked you. You might be the principal scientist, you might be applying for directorship. Even the stores and purchase officer, they are abusing, they feel they're the government organization. I threatened you all that I will take you to court, the reason behind. You have not given me the system that what is required, minimum power supply. Then you put a stabilizer under warranty without informing me. The stabilizer also low capacity. I told minimum 34 or 40 kVA power is required. This much capacity stabilizer is required. Under warranty you have done it yourself. The warranty clause is over. Okay. Till it is okay, but I have not told you to put stabilizer. You could have told us that this is the way you are putting stabilizer. Let's say you are buying a car, you put another accessories in the engine. Your warranty was over. I told you are not a scientist. You don't deserve to be a primary school teacher. Now you are applying for directorship. You understand now. I'm writing to Dr. Mahapathra, don't worry. In that email, I will write your name that you should not get the director position because you will be spoiling the image of the institute. Because I have understood you. Still, if you have courage, anytime you tell me, sir, I'll come to your institute. You arrange your nice conference. Many conferences I have attended, I will deliver. Lecture, no problem, no problem. Any topic you decide, DNA double helix or Watson-Crick biography for that matter, anything topic you feel, biotechnology, hybridization, your soybean, how it is taking place, temperature effect, all those things I'm going to do because I have developed system for you. I have stayed many days. I have invited your vice chancellor, given mithai ka dabba. Everything I did it. It's a video, full video. I have 5, 6, 7 video on your institute YouTube channel. I enjoyed a lot. I like you, but I don't like the way you are behaved with my engineer, with me, my other staff. Look here, you should know how to give respect to others. I told you I have better qualification and better publication than you. I have rejected scientist food in many places. You feel that we are idiot people, we don't know anything. That is the problem with you, not problem with me. That's why I'm telling today. Even director also I told. You check out your CV, you'll understand what you have, and you check out my CV, what you'll understand. I might be sitting in toilet, but I can give you toilet cleaning knowledge plus. It can blow your mind. You won't get director position, I can tell you this much. If anybody is listening, then what happened? This fellow was my engineer was told to go out from this thing. He was trying to say something, sir, if you have any problem. I asked this gentleman, principal scientist, you are holding the file, you know you have to return the bank guarantee, you are taking a decision. You know, if we have not done this fixing job of a stabilizer, if your IR heater is not working, my engineer was there next sitting in front of you. He went for that purpose. You abused him, you tried to see you get out from the system. What is the love you have for the science? You could have told him, you have not given a chance to speak also. You could have told that, okay, this heater is not working. During instruction time, we have given the certificate, everything was fine. On later stage, you have changed the stabilizer because you have a less capacity. You have bypassed this thing. Let's say, doctor, if I bypass your, how many hearts you have or lungs you have? One minus, or kidney, one minus. How you will feel, doctor? I'm just laughing because you could have simply told him that, okay, look, this stabilizer, what you do, it is not working. You connect the stabilizer so that I can check the heaters are not working. Till I can go and prove that. But this fellow all the way from Delhi is coming to your place spending close to 10,000-15,000 rupees, and you are telling you get out from this thing. Sir, when you go out, do you go at your own cost or you claim from the government? Because I was worked for government, like I was reporting to your present disease boss, colleague or rather say, Dr. Ayappan, you know him well. You can ask Dr. Ayappan about myself, you'll get the real answer. Many times I sat with Dr. Ayappan in many conferences, presentation on entrepreneurship. Boss, you are a small man now, you are applying for director. You should increase your knowledge and wisdom little better way. You could have told my engineer, you go and stay. I could have told, sir, you stay one day extra. I could have done the heating element job nicely and you could have given this same day the bank guarantee. Now you are sitting with a dead body, spending time. I have talked to director, I have talked to source. I have already encased the money, but you are taking the original bank guarantee, you are enjoying. This is the hypocrisy in this world. Can you imagine? A bank guarantee is an agreement between tri-party agreement, right? Bank, my company, and the institute. Bank has got the responsibility. Once the warranty is over, there is no legal bindings left. You are now playing with the dead body. I'm going to recite one of my poetry, what is called the dead body. I'll finish this thing, you are playing the dead body. Right, I'll come back. I know I need to have little water.